What up, everyone? Austen Alexander.
I'm Dave Koval.
I always fucking hate the name part.
All
I'm
right.
Jordan
Fuck it up.
Punch. Yeah.
All right. Well, you got to introduce yourself.
Gotta introduce yourself.
Got to introduce yourself.
Yeah.
Like, who the fuck knows who you are?
Hey, everybody. Step one. Introduce yourself.
Enter
Rule number
fucking
one.
yeah.
Always be
Rule
introducing.
number one.
You understand? Introduce.
You understand me?
You understand me? God, there's like salad sandwiches over there.
There's like 1,000 sandwiches over there.
1,000 salad sandwiches. What were you talking about before we started rolling here? We were riffing on
Okay,
something.
Dave and Austin,
Yeah,
what have you both noticed about just the fact what we were talking about just before we started this? Why do you notice those things about content? Because I've noticed the same things. But they also are a little bit
Wait.
of hunches too.
That's a broad term. What do you mean content?
Sorry. With content, like, I feel like people are watching more just straight up conversations, like not podcasts exactly, like straight up, hey, I'm going live, I'm making fucking fish pasta or something.
True.
it's very interesting how I think there was a certain time when people expected more polished content, not as much, less content, but more quality. And now I think a lot of people are just starving for content to come out. I mean, especially kind of what we're doing now, we're all self-isolating. We have a lot more time to watch stuff. People are getting more interested in, oh, these guys, they sort of pique my interest. I want to learn about what they do. You know, I don't want to just watch the funny sketch or the cool video they did. Often people put out like the behind the scenes or maybe a discussion of how they did that or what their process is. It's almost like a way of learning, like how content creators do what they do. And maybe it's because we all want to be content creators, you know, secretly or not secretly. And so people have more of an attention span and an interest, I think, for learning about more than just the 2 minutes that you saw and you laughed at, for example.
Yeah.
Straight up.
Yeah.
Having said that, Dave, can you go to your picture and turn yourself to be... can you turn your picture? Why is your picture bigger than everyone?
I have not changed any settings.
Fit and crop video. Oh, yo, that's dope. Here we go.
Did you fix it?
Oh, yeah, here we go. Now we're visually looking.
I think the other side of that too is a lot more online stuff is actually just you. So think about the beginning of, say, Facebook, and remember that big period of Instagram where, like, the Instagram life, you know, like that wasn't what your life was. Well, now it is what your life is.
Yeah. Yeah, you can make a living.
You live stream you with your friends, and you're on Twitch if you're just like playing, and you'll let yourself be in a room and have 4 other people there, and you're like, this is cool.
It's relatable.
You have to look at it now, like, you can't look at YouTube as something that you're just posting content to anymore. You have to look at it as like, I'm now working for this is my TV show, and this is the network channel that I'm working for. If you operate like that, if you make a YouTube channel and you actually treat it as a full-time job, you will make enough money to make a living. Like it's
You'll see results,
especially
for
with
sure.
like sorry to interrupt. Sorry with the especially with like our skill sets and like what we know how to do. When we're implementing those things and using the proper formula for YouTube, it's almost it's like it's impossible for it not to work. You know?
I think there's kind of an element of, and I know this is a stretch, but you're a little hate-proof if people really know you. Like, if they give you a chance to understand your side.
Totally.
I'm noticing right now with stuff that's going well on TikTok, sometimes it's quick for people to say something, but then when you respond, they come down to earth.
Yeah,
Like,
they do.
incredible.
They're like, oh, there's a human behind here.
Yeah.
I think a lot of that maybe has to do with we used to have these divided lines between like the entertainers, the performers, you know, celebrities, the names like that. But now people reach out to their audience so much more. We were just talking about like Jason Derulo or people like that who are going on TikTok or whatever platform they choose.
You know what?
And they're and they're going and they're doing things with their audience. You wouldn't have seen that 20 years ago. Like, it's ridiculous. So the way we deliver content now and what we expect has changed a lot. So
I'm gonna pull up a Jason Derulo video.
Jason Derulo,
dude, he's got great content.
What, on TikTok? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
Okay, Jason Derulo TikTok. Pulling her up. I'll share my screen.
What's interesting about that app is how impressive.
Okay, sure.
Like, there's a brand to it. It's like supreme. Like, a TikTok is a different type of content.
yeah, you've made it when someone's like, hey, let's make a brand name specifically, not a short form. Back, but I don't know if it's going to be the same.
It's like anything. It's all about timing.
I hate that so much. How that happens every time I try to share my screen.
You know what it was linked to?
What?
What was it? I don't know much about it.
Smartphones.
Okay, yeah.
So the generation that could use a smartphone more efficiently would be better suited for a more innovative social app.
That makes sense. I guess it's the evolution of the technology sort of along with the culture.
Because, I mean, Instagram took off right when phone cameras were starting to get pretty damn good.
True. Oh, there's the screen share. Run Jason Derulo.
Can't take this shit.
See, like,
Well, that's.
Yo, guys, through the sky.
but that's a TikTok.
Insane right now.
The transitions are made. Remember what I was saying to you the other day?
I don't even know what that's about.
Yeah.
Watch your mouth. Baby got an ego twice the size of the
And all the
crib.
kids are literally doing that.
Give you all my love. If you treat me right, baby, I'll give you everything. My last made me feel like
I've seen him doing sketch.
Karaoke time.
What the hell?
Watch his pipes.
don't make me close one more door. I don't wanna hurt
Nails it.
anymore. Stay in my arms if you're dead. Must I imagine you're dead?
Do you guys think he trains?
So, do we need to bark at other dogs or people walking by too? How long do you usually do this for? All day?
How long do you usually do this for?
So, do we need to bark at other dogs?
I think I'm losing my mind.
What? What was that? Oh,
Watch. He uses that sound for a bunch of shit.
I see.
Picture with my right. Yeah, I do it every night. Yeah, shorty on the side. Yeah, shorty, she can ride. Oh, if I need it.
He's just talented.
Shorty, she gon'
It's interesting seeing him do something other than, you think he's just a singer, and then he actually kind of excels at a platform like that. Is interesting.
Yeah, seriously.
Remember back in the day, people would, well, they still kind of do. They'd be like, oh, that rapper's trying to act again. That athlete is trying to start a band. Like, stick to what you're good at. And then you realize, like, a lot of these people are multi-talented in different ways.
Mhm.
It's more common than we think. So
It's very
reach out
true.
and try things.
I mean,
go
you
for
don't
it.
become famous by being talentless.
Well,
that's
I'd
not
hope
true.
not.
Well, there are
50
talentless famous people, but
Oh,
That's-
no. There's countless talent. There's countless amount of those. But what's interesting is this. That sound that you're like, what was that for? He has a girl where he's got the back of her head and he leans her over a pool and he drops her in. And that sound is for that, right? So it's just like you
Okay.
can see into somebody's mind. That's why these conversations that I feel have value, because it's like, if you could ask Jason Derulo, what gave you that idea to sing that song, add the tone pitch change at the end, and then slap water? Why did you have that? What was that?
for sure.
Right.
Having said that, we're at the 10-minute mark. So we're going to sign off, guys.
Love it.
Oh, I thought we were going to play a game or something. I was like,
No,
what's 10-minute
we're
mark?
just going to say, guys, subscribe.
Yeah.
Subscribe.
Get in there, check out the content. All this kind of stuff is related to how we come up with it.
Yep. And make sure you hit the notification buttons. I'm Austen Alexander.
Jordan Policicchio.
Dave Koval.
Yep. Dope.